Yes, y'all, boys and girls, welcome into a special All Out edition of the Dunmarks podcast. We're live. We're at it. We're in person.
We're together. Yeah.
Live and in color. We're outside at Casa de Santoro. If you hear some traffic going by, that's just because I live on a main road. There may be an ambulance or two. Don't worry. We're good. We're safe.
Backfire.
Might be some backfire with some older cars driving by, but just know we're all good. And so, gentlemen, we're here.
What's up, Nate? What's up?
What's going on, man?
Nate the Great. What's up?
Everything's
Gucci. Yeah. Hey, we finally got the boys all together.
Steve has Wi-Fi that works.
Yeah, Chris has been down and out with the Wi-Fi the past couple of days, so we had to make a pivot in Audible. So unfortunately for me, my basement was flooded, so really the only place to do it at my house is outside on the covered side porch. So that's all good. We're making do with what we got. No problem, no worries.
We'll get it done.
Gentlemen, how we feeling? All out.
I don't know.
I'm tired. I don't know.
Tired.
It was a lot of wrestling this week.
Yeah, a lot of wrestling and this stuff on Wednesday.
We didn't watch Worlds Collide, none of us. So that's I think still going on, but still a lot of wrestling even without that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Specifically AEW and All Out. We're not going to touch on other stuff. 15 matches. 15 matches. 15 matches.
8 of the 15 are title matches. There are 8 titles in AEW. 7 AEW titles will be defended. The one that is not
FTW is not being defended.
No, the FTW is on the pre-show.
Yeah, that's right. Hope.
The only one that is a title match that is not an AEW title is the AAA mixed tag team title. Will be on the 0 hour as well. Okay. All 7 other titles from AEW will be defended. Wardlow is the only one that's not defending his TNT title, but he is on the show.
Gotcha. All I can say is thank God tomorrow's a holiday and everybody has off, because if this was a regular Sunday pay-per-view going into a Monday tomorrow, 15 matches, I'm sorry, it's too much. I'm not doing it. Even with it being all out, you can't run the Tokyo Dome shows when you're going 6.5 hours, 15 matches. I put this out on the Twitter poll, and it might still be up. I'm not sure. But what's your sweet spot for matches on a pay-per-view? What's your sweet spot? We saw, TakeOver used to be 5. Last night was 6 at Clash. Mania usually runs about that 8 to 9 range, unless it's 2 nights. Now we're getting more.
Yeah.
AEW, we've seen it fluctuate the entire time that they've been live on the air. What is your sweet spot?
I think I'd go 8 main card, maybe 1 or 2 on the pre-show.
I'll say 6 or 7. Somewhere between there, 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm probably that 6 to 8 range. That allows time for stuff to breathe. You can have decent length as far as match time goes. You can slide in recaps, predictions, interviews. If you want to have a surprise or two, you know what I mean?
The 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, you got to get the word.
Yeah. Lengthwise, this, starting at 8 and probably finishing up around 12:30, 1 o'clock tonight is going to be really, really rough.
And technically, with 4 matches on the 0 hour, starts at 7.
Yeah.
So it's a long night.
Mm-hmm. What was that WrestleMania 30?
32 when we were in Dallas.
No, the one up in
New York.
Yeah.
35.
How many matches did they have on the card? Too many.
14, I think.
And we were just sitting at the whole
that was the main event finished after midnight.
Yeah, when you were there, you were wrestled out by the end. So.
I think Becky was holding the titles up at 12:30.
Becky technically is the next day after WrestleMania. They count for her reign.
Yeah,
she won after midnight.
Being there in person might be a bit much.
Right.
Yes, 6 strong matches.
Yeah.
Isn't that what JR used to say about WrestleMania? Like, everybody don't need to be on the show.
Yep. It should be the best of the best. Everybody gets a paycheck night.
Yeah, and as we get through this card, you can see where the fat could be trimmed, so to speak, to narrow it down and get it to a place where we're bang, bang, wall to wall, excitement, great matches from bell to bell. But it is what it is. As far as build goes and everything else, we touched about it, a little bit yesterday and on last week's show during the regular Saturday show. But to me, this is just, there's really no stories involved in this pay-per-view. It's a lot of matches thrown together last minute. If you want to count the tournament for the trios as a story, okay. If you want to count the 2 weeks that they ran Punk and Moxley as a story, okay. If you want to count 2 weeks that they ran Jericho and Danielson as a story, okay. Like, there's nothing on this show besides Christian and Jungle Boy that is a long, drawn-out story. Maybe Athena and Jade, but majority of that was Rampage and some stuff on Dark. So, and
maybe Hope and Hobbs. Not Hope and Hobbs.
Starks and Hobbs, but even with that, the turn was recent, right? So I think the matches will deliver. Whether or not it's going to be a great card start to finish, that's where my indecisiveness comes in as far as viewing this card.
So you have to have a reason for a match.
Absolutely. You don't need to just be on the card to be on the card.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay for the 0 hour if there's no reason for the match. Mm-hmm. Like if you want to throw 3 or 4 matches on there and give each one 15 minutes, okay, fine. That gets you through your pre-show hour and you can throw stuff in there. Mm-hmm. But majority of your matches on your main card should have some story and build behind it because it's a pay-per-view. This is your culmination of months of storytelling and builds. And now, as we said, it just feels like it's fantasy wrestling where we're going to DraftKings, building a lineup and putting who we want to see and then put it out there and go 1 through 15. All right, so enough bitching and complaining. Taekwon, what up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, Breezy definitely, putting out 35 songs and All Out the same way. So it's 100% accurate as per your usual comments. So listen, we got 15 matches. It's about 10 after 6. We want to wrap up and get everybody out of here whenever 0 hour starts. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate you guys following along. As always, hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. I think I nailed them all. YouTube, hit the subscribe button, check the bell so you get notifications when we go live. I feel this is get a little complicated here. We got, true feelings. We're within striking distance. Slip that jab on Jay's chin if he comes wrong. You know what I mean?
And I'm right in the middle too.
Yeah. So instead of red shoes, we'll call you Red Hoodie, and you can officiate. All right, so let's just run through these shows. Let's hit the 0 hour up first in no particular order. Let's get through these.
We'll start off with just a singles match. We got Ishii versus Eddie Kingston.
I would have been excited for this at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Make more sense.
Kingston's been suspended and hasn't been on TV in how long, and you just throw him on 0 hour to get him on the show. So, as much as I love Kingston, and I think this will be a hard-hitting New Japan strong style match, again, I'm not invested in it to where it's gonna tickle my fancy, so to speak.
It has Eddie Kingston in it, and everybody know how I feel about him. So, he don't get me on the mic anymore, and he definitely never got me in the ring. So, I'm going Ishii.
I'm going Ishii.
Oh, absolutely got to go Ishii as well. Much like Donald, my thoughts on Eddie Kingston are the same.
Listen, the fat shaming, as a chubby dude by trade, you gotta have a little bit thicker skin out there. You know what I mean? It's about to be wintertime. Chubby dudes are in. Okay, they don't like the tall, skinny dudes no more. Summertime's over. Get yourself a thick boy, curl up. Wintertime, snuggle. It's all good, right?
Cuffing season.
That's right. But yeah, I'll go with Kingston just because.
That's your boy.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll go to the title match now. We got the AEW All Atlantic Championship. Pac is the champion versus the returning Kip Sabian.
This is a complete waste of Kip Sabian's re-debut and return. The man has been out injured damn near a year plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally a year plus. I mean, Miro took him out before Miro was the Redeemer.
Mm-hmm.
And Miro,
been out?
yeah, Miro redeemed everybody. Yeah, Miro redeemed everybody. Went and filmed a TV show, came back. Now he's arguing with House of Black. Like,
He went out to the arcade match?
Yes.
yes,
Since that?
yes, it's the arcade match.
God damn.
But how you don't build to this story properly? Because to me, these two are going to put on a hell of a match, right?
You could.
I agree. Could.
And you have this new title that you did this tournament for and everything else, and we haven't seen it be defended once.
Never want to win. Never.
But it hasn't been defended once. We've seen clips of him defending it in other countries.
It's just all on dark.
Okay, great. But I did, like, again, with a lot of things on this card, this was a big swing and miss by Tony Khan, the creative, the booking of this. I'm not saying it got to be co-main event on the show, but you literally are cutting Kip Sabian's return out at the knees and not giving it a chance to mean what it should mean.
The only way I learned about this feud is from the trios match.
It's same
That's
here.
the-
First time I've seen it.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, I saw clips of Kip popping up with the box on his head over at the UK matches where he wrestled.
Oh.
But other than that, like, there's been nothing except for the attack. And then, hey, here's the match for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good job.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go Pac.
I'm going Pac.
Yeah, I gotta go with Pac.
So not only are you not giving Kip the right return and re-debut, you're going to have him lose right out the gate with no story and no build. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Keep forgetting about the title.
And that's part of the problem. Like, they keep adding titles, but
You never.
I get that one that you can't add on Dynamite because you're doing a live show, but there got to be another way you can do it other than just having it on Dark.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think a title defended on main event may be a little bit more traction than Dark. Who knows at this point? But the point's accurate. It means nothing.
Yeah,
So
nothing.
All right. Up next,
hold on. Did we all pick?
Yeah, I pick.
I think we all pick Pac.
Pac. That's 4 Pacs. Dear Mama.
And 6 Pac next.
Yeah, 6 Pacs.
All right. Next, we'll cover the FTW Championship. Hook versus Angelo Parker. Anybody have anybody else other than Hook?
Hulk.
No, I have Hook, but I really like Cool Hand and Daddy Magic. Like, they crack me up.
They do.
They're entertaining sports entertainers.
They don't really do much for me at all.
Okay.
I like to avoid it.
But yeah, Hook. I mean, this
But
is
it's
going to be
Hulk.
Let's just keep it brief like Hook.
No, you need to talk about it. It's just Hulk.
that's true.
All right, last 0-hour match. It's for the AAA Mixed World Tag Team Championship. Got Ty and Sammy versus Ruby Soho and Ortiz.
You saw this match.
Why are we?
Third time?
Why are we running this back?
Yeah. This is the third time.
To give them time on the show.
We just saw this on Friday.
Yeah. What are you doing, Ortiz?
Ortiz, unfortunately, I mean, him and Santana have their issues, so they, aren't a team, and they weren't teaming before Santana got hurt, and then with Santana's injury, then it's really, what are you going to do with Ortiz now? Maybe put him and Eddie together and let them form a tag team. Ruby Soho is 27-4, but she's not ranked.
Really?
How? Who's doing the rankings? She's 27-4.
For neither. Well, this is a title match.
This is pointless to have. Again, it's another match just to have them on the card. Like, and we've seen it how many times? This is Vince McMahon.
Yeah, this is the
booking.
old WWE formula right here.
Run it back, and I'm supposed to care about
I
it.
guess at least it's on the pre-show.
Still, even for the
Still,
pre-show.
It was on Rampage. We don't need it again.
Yeah.
Retain.
Retain.
Yeah, they're not losing.
That's it for the 0 hour.
That's it for 0 hour.
All right, let's go. Main card. We'll give a little bit of backstory and opinion on these, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on these because
We can talk forever about
the Punk Moxley go home show segment storyline for this main event. That's a podcast in and of itself. So maybe we'll do that depending on the outcome tonight and see what happens. But yeah, let's kind of get through these here.
Matches, yeah.
We don't got to go super fast, but
Try to get through it.
we only got 11 more matches to cover.
We're gonna go next one up: Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. American Dragon versus Lionheart.
Can we stop with the Jericho character changes? Like,
Yeah,
you're Matt Hardy without being Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
You're Lionheart. You're the Wizard. You're Le Champion. You're the Painmaker. You're the Office Depot worker. Like, I don't know what the are you trying to do.
Like I said, I thought he's wrapping it up, but you're doing Lionheart back to back. I don't.
Pause. That's what she said.
How did you upstage Hogan Hall or Starks and Hobbs on Rampage? They had the pull apart brawl, and then where do you go? You cut the
Jericho and Danielson for the face
staring-
off.
not doing nothing, just staring off.
off. Yeah. I have not been a fan of the back half of Chris Jericho's run in AEW.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of the Inner Circle Pinnacle feud and then into the JAS. I don't need it. I don't need this match in 2022. I don't want to see it. And the fact that it's just been thrown together. And what made it worse is that you used Daniel Garcia to get to the match.
Yeah.
Why are you using Daniel Garcia to get to the match? Why is he the pawn on the chessboard that's being played to set this match up?
I guess see where his allegiance lies. Is he gonna stick with JES or is he gonna go to the
BCC?
BCC?
But you didn't need, but you didn't need that to happen.
I mean, Jericho doesn't lose. He rarely puts anybody over. And Danielson doesn't lose. Maybe this is going to be a time limit draw. I hope not. I don't know how they're going to book this.
There's too many long matches on this thing.
Yeah.
No match.
Already.
No time limit on this show.
I don't know.
I'll go double count out. BCC and JS get involved, and we set up another match
Raw.
between them.
6-man.
And for Grand Slam, we'll set up a stadium stampede for Grand Slam
Yeah.
between BCC and JS. There you go. Book it.
Yeah, I don't care about the match, so I'm not picking.
I'll go Brian since he don't lose.
Yeah, I'll go Garcia helps Brian win.
Except Brian don't lose. Is he another brother?
Nah, he ain't
Not yet.
Not.
Good.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go into the fatal four-way match for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. We have Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida.
All right, so we got to go into a little bit of detail. We can't just pick this because of all the shit that surrounded this match based off of Tony Khan's comments coming out of his press conference. There's a lot of uproar on social media and, AEW fans and whatnot regarding Thunder Rosa's booking of her title reign, her injury, the announcement made for her, relinquishing the belt, giving her a 1-minute promo where Punk did the same thing and got 8 minutes. And Tony Khan in his press conference was asked about it and said, well, I found out a couple hours before, didn't have time to reformat the show to give her an 8-hour promo segment. But if you look at it and compare it, I'd rather have Punk do an 8-hour or an 8-minute promo segment because that would draw better ratings than Thunder Rosa. Like, it's a bad look all the way around.
Yeah.
He then doubled down on a bad look and talked about how excited they are for this match and that the fans actually are more excited about this match than the originally planned match, which was just going to be Thunder versus Tony. Bad look all the way around. I'm excited for the 4-way because I think 4 of the upper women in the division, I think they're going to have a really solid match. This is a chance to maybe throw a curveball out there, but my gut says that he'll just keep the winner that it was going to be regardless of it being in a different match. So I'll go with Toni Storm. But Shida, Hayter, hell, even throw it back on Britt. I don't care at this point, but I think there's more to do about the backstage stuff and everything else than that's shining a negative light on the division where
Mhm.
this match and even Tony versus Thunder should have been a positive light.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. I would like to see Hayter win it. 'Cause I think she put in like really good work, and she's one of my favorite that AEW have. But I think they're gonna just throw it on Tony. That's the safe option for them.
To me, I want Hater to win, but I'd say put it on Britt to get a story to build Hater.
See, if you're going with that, I think you could have Hayter take the pin in the match, even though I don't want to see that, but Hayter take the pin in the match and Britt be upset with her because she took the pin and it was Britt didn't pin her.
Mm-hmm.
And that could leapfrog them into the tension and the feud and the breakup.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could build Jamie up from there. Tony winning. Yep.
I think Tony winning is definitely the easy pick. Just if that's what the plan was originally. If Tony was planning on having Tony go over, may as well continue with that. I wouldn't mind seeing Britt win the title, though, seeing as it's just an interim title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the women's division just hasn't been highlighted since Thunder Rosa has been champion. And that's not anything on Thunder Rosa. That's definitely all Tony. It's him booking all this. And
yeah, but if you put the interim on Britt, then you're right back to Britt Thunder 3. And it's like, given the quote unquote real life heat they have with each other, is that right? Is that smart for business? You know,
I mean, does anybody know how long Thunder is going to be out?
So interesting you bring that up because she was on Busted Open talking about it being a back injury.
Okay.
Supposedly had surgery on it. Conan was on Keeping It 100 and called into question whether or not it was a back injury because she allegedly told him that it was her knee. So he said, well, why would you tell me it's your knee if it's your back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, I thought I told you it was my back. And he was like, no, you told me it was your knee. That's like saying, you know, I went to the eye doctor, but I can't hear. Like, it's two totally different things. Like, so to me, there's a lot more going on here than what's being put out there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it.
And I don't know if it's going to be in a positive light or not, but we'll see what the heat is. And who knows? Maybe Eva Lise was right all along.
Yeah.
Just saying. Possibility. So, yeah.
It's a mess. That's it. It's a mess.
Next. Anything else on that?
No.
Okay. We're going to go into the 6-man tag. House of Black versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro.
Another match that does not need to be on this card. You're doing it just to get Sting on the card. You're doing it just to get Darby on the card. You're doing it to get House of Black on.
Who could have been on the card?
Yeah, who could have been on the card? Should have been on the card, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no reason to do this. Like you're wasting it. There's no build. Like, how does this even make sense to even have a match on a pay-per-view between these 6 dudes? Oh, because Miro got beat up and Darby and Sting came down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unless this is leading to Sting turning on Darby because of the black mist and the paint that's coming up, and Sting joins House of Black, and him and Darby have a cinematic coffin match that ends Sting's career in AEW, then okay, great.
So Sting comes out the coffin match, one Sat Black. Comes out when they broke up the trios, this Sat Black. Cuts the promo last week, no Black. So Sting's not turning.
Well,
So
you don't know.
What was the point?
There's
don't
also
know.
a rumor that Malachi Black has asked for his release from AEW.
Yeah.
So if that is true, maybe that's why. Maybe Sting is entering this match without,
Rectify it.
without being infected anymore. And
I don't know. There's so much backstage BS because rumor was Malachi requested it. It allegedly got refuted that he didn't request it. Then there was another reprint that said he did request it. But he's been injured with a back injury that almost made him retire. and now he's healthy again, which is why he wasn't being used. So how could he be upset about his booking if he's been injured? Like, I don't.
It's hard to say.
Look, AEW is literally the days of our lives of pro wrestling. It's All My Children. It's a guiding light. It's every other soap opera rolled up into one right now.
Just started.
Yeah.
And we're
It's
3
been
years
like,
in.
Yeah, it just started like 2 months ago. Like, and now it's all going down.
Once Hunter got in, boy, it really throwed everything.
I'll go Sting, Darby, and Miro, because why not bury House of Black some more?
I'll second that.
Agreed.
Yes.
Sting jumping off something.
Oh, absolutely.
He always is. He gonna do his same body, the crossbody, and everybody's gonna chant, "That was
still got
awesome!
it.
You still got it," and that
You're gonna
stuff.
see that Doctor Strange soul coming out of the body.
It-
from
it-
Sting
it-
tonight. Just jump.
Just the same shit we seen since he came in.
I'm uber disappointed in their overall booking of House of Black, and I get it. If
Yes.
if Malachi really was injured, again, it causes you to change what your initial plans were. But Brody King and Buddy Matthews are still
Yes, legit.
people that are legit that you could be using, and have Black be on the outside if he's hurt.
Mhm.
Like, there's other ways that you can do it besides just having him lose match after match after match. I mean, hell, you tossed Brody King to Moxley. He ended up losing the coffin match to Darby.
Mhm.
They lose in the first round of the trios tournament, and now they're going to lose tonight. So what are you doing? What is that saying? House of Black means absolutely nothing besides a cool entrance.
How often have we said past few weeks that TV has just been so bad for AEW? It's just like that's why I'm not even excited about this pay-per-view. Usually, at least AEW have me excited for their pay-per-views. Just nothing for this build-up has me excited.
Nothing has me excited about it. Maybe one match.
Oh, I know what match you're looking for.
All right. We got everybody got Sting, Darby, Miro.
Yeah.
So-
All right.
The ultimate shovel match.
All right, we'll go to another title match. We got the TBS Championship, Jade Cargill versus Athena.
Another story where I wish we would have got more story. Like, you've had your spots with the interactions and everything, and a lot of it's been on Rampage, which I'm okay, because it was actually a story built up on Rampage that you can tune in and expect to see it being furthered, which that's a whole nother podcast as to why Rampage is not being used to further your storylines. This is 36-1. Athena taking the belt off Jade. The streak is over. You got to end it. Athena's the person to end it. Jade can then go off and do something else, depending on who you have win your AEW Women's title. If it's Tony as a babyface, maybe you have Jade line up for her at Full Gear. Like, whatever, but tonight's the night. Athena's getting the win, 36-1.
And all of this is basically what the women's title should have been. I mean, Jade have more input with the women's division than Thunder did in that title. Yeah, the TBS is like higher than the women's for me. But yeah, I believe Athena's going to win. It's time for Jade to lose, and I think it's time for her to go fight for the AEW women's title.
Yes, I do live near a train track, so you may be hearing the train in the background, but that will pass shortly. Again, got to make do with it. You know,
Strowman coming, baby.
duh, yeah, that is Strowman called for Monday night. Lord, leave that.
I'm gonna go with Jay.
Just cause.
Just cause I'm gonna go with Jay.
All right, if Jay does beat Athena, who's gonna take the belt off her?
I don't know, but I don't see Jay doesn't need to be in the women's title picture. She's not ready.
That's fine,
There's
but
too
you can
many.
have her build up. You can have her go elsewhere without the belt and build up. Because if Statlander didn't take it off her, if Tony didn't take it off her, if Anna Jay didn't take it, like
Shafir.
I think
What would your thoughts be on if
they're running back.
instead of if Jade would lose tonight, instead of her going to the AEW Championship, what if she went to the Ring of Honor Women's Division?
I don't need that either. Jade is not gonna do anything in Ring of Honor. In my opinion, she's too money.
I think
Not
they
saying
build her up
she's
too much
above
on
Ring of
here.
Honor, but she's she's a golden goose for AEW, and I don't see them tinkering with her and putting her in the Ring of Honor.
I just think maybe it would be a place for her to get more experience with some talent, some new people. And then
There's no TV, so what are you going to do?
That's true.
Like, you're going to have her off TV until the next Ring of Honor special? Like,
well, I'm not saying right away, send her to Ring of Honor, but one of the rumors has been, someone talked about Stokely, him getting people for Ring of Honor. It's like, maybe that could be a way to do it, but I don't know. I don't need to see that, but right now I think she would get lost in the main title picture in AEW.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so, because there's no main title picture in AEW.
But she would get outworked.
But you don't know that though. Like,
she would get outworked by everybody in the title picture.
There is too much talent in the women's division that's greater than Jade's talent.
In ring wise.
I get that, but you don't know unless you put her in there with them consistently.
Sink or swim.
You got to do it. She's been working with Danielson this entire time since he's come in, a year ago. So, not saying she got to go 30 minutes with Britt or 35 minutes with Cheetah, but put her in there and let her have a 10 to 12 minute TV match and see what she can do. Tonight, she's in there with a worker. Athena is one of the best workers on the roster.
This is dedefinitely going to be a test for her to see what she can do.
Give her the time.
So give her the time. Let them have the match, and have her move on.
This tonight is going to be rough because whenever Madison Rayne came in a few weeks ago, Madison Rayne had a really good Rampage match, and then she had that match with Jade, and it was just not good. It didn't come off good on TV, and I was just like, all right, like who was that? Like, was that Madison not being able to carry it, or was that her trying to work with Jade and being limited there? And
well, there was a lot of backstage supposedly heat and animosity between them two, which could have led to a shitty match. So
so we'll see how if this match doesn't come off good on the card. I mean, whose fault is that? Is that Athena for not carrying it, or is it just Jade being limited and Athena?
You're also not. That's not Madison Rayne of Beautiful People and Impact either.
Yeah.
Like, so.
I mean, I think Athena can carry her. I think, and if the match is good, I'm not just going to give it to Athena for being a good match. I'll give it to both of them. If they both look good in the match, but I don't know. I think Jade's going to go 180 and 0 before she drops the title. Deep goal.
All right, relax. All right, I got Athena. Who you got?
Athena. Jade.
Jade. Athena. You said all that, and then you said Athena.
I was just trying to start some shit.
We don't got time for that.
We got like 10
minutes
minutes
to
to
go.
go.
We got 12 more matches.
We had a 5-minute rant. We don't have time for
Stir the pot up.
All right. The one match that has some history: Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage.
They shit on this. They ruined it. They brought Jungle back too early, and then once they did bring him up and bring him back, they didn't do anything with it except have Jungle Boy try to run him over with a car, hit him with a scooter or a golf cart, chuck somebody. Yeah, the interest that I had based off of what Jericho or based off of what Christian did with Luchasaurus, that all went away the week after Jungle Boy came back, and I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. So Jungle Boy or Jack Perry, whoever wants to show up, I don't care. I'll say Jungle Boy, Jack Perry wins, but this again is something that I had interest in and lost.
Yeah, they killed the story. Jungle Boy's winning.
To me, the money story was Jungle and Luchasaurus. Kick Christian out the picture altogether, but I'm gonna go with Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy.
It's Jungle Man tonight.
You got it. He will come out as Dylan McKay.
So you gonna have the little eyebrow slit?
All right, we're going to the 6-man match. You got the Pinnacle, Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Wardlow FTR.
Wardlow FTR, but I hope this is the setup for FTR versus the Machine Guns for the ROH belt at the next ROH event.
I did say that last week. I don't mind that. I'm going to go Pinnacle, Wardlow FTR.
Just another reason for Dax Harwood to show why he should be Wrestler of the Year.
Next up, Casino Ladder match. Winner gets a future AEW World Championship match.
MJF. Don't even finish reading it off. MJF.
Dante Martin taking the pin.
It's a ladder match.
He gonna take the pin.
How do you take a pin in a ladder match?
It's Dante Martin.
That's light skin hate.
He's gonna be on the top rung, and they're gonna step on him to get to the thing.
I meant to look this up. Before we got together because I think hasn't the Joker won almost every time?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, like, they
That
didn't
hasn't
confirm that.
Hasn't the Joker won the belt?
No, hasn't the Joker won the ladder match?
Brian Cage won it. He was the first Joker. Hangman.
Mm-hmm. There should be maybe one more.
Scorpio Sky.
Was he the Joker though?
He was the Sonic the Hedgehog.
That was
But he wasn't the Joker. He grabbed the brass ring. The brass inner tube.
So I mean, yeah,
the brass butt pad.
So I mean, right there, if
MJF,
if that statistic is accurate, that the Joker always wins. Like, if MJF's the Joker, then yeah, I'll just go whoever the Joker is.
Yep, whoever the Joker is on top of Dante Martin.
I did see. I forget who it was now, but I did see that there was somebody possibly returning instead of MJF. They're healthy again.
Who could possibly return? Adam Cole.
It was Adam Cole. That's 100. Yeah, that's right.
The Joker.
Whoever the Joker is.
Look, put it to you this way: if MJF does not come out tonight in this match, he's done with AEW. He's been off TV since June.
Yeah.
You have Punk healthy again. Whatever. If MJF does not come back tonight, just send him on his way to WWE in 2024.
Does MJF sit out his contract until it's just about to expire in 2024 and come back?
No, but
if he doesn't come back, AEW, just sell your promotion to Triple H.
I'm okay with Cole. I'm okay with Cole being the Joker, but if he was as banged up as he was, putting him in the ladder match right off the bat is stupid booking.
It's like Kenny taking that bump his first night back.
Yeah. But I mean, at least if he's the Joker, he's the last one in, so he won't just spend as much time in the ring.
What do you do with your crew?
Well, apparently Bobby Fish is gone.
Yeah.
Apparently he let his rumors that he let his
Cole
contract
need his
expire.
crew.
Fish,
That's O'Reilly and Fish who needs Cole. But
no,
but
Fish didn't get renewed, and O'Reilly just had neck fusion. So
Cole don't need him. They need Cole. Cole don't need them. Who follows who?
Ooh, on with that hot take right there.
damn. Burn my ear off.
next,
That's that terrible.
do we all pick the Joker?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. AEW World Tag Team match: Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed.
I love this match just because I really like both teams. I'm going to be entertained by it. So to me, this is just going to be like sit back, enjoy it for what it is. I don't care one way or the other. Swerve in Our Glory is going to win. But the Acclaimed have the greatest wrestling T-shirt ever.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm not gonna buy it, but I like it.
I will definitely buy it. It is. I tweeted this out. It is this generation suck it shirt, and kids are going to be kicked out of school nonstop. So scissor me, daddy ass.
I like when Keith Lee said, "Stop acting like stereotypes when you have Swerve next to you." Same character. Give me Lee and Swerve.
I want the Acclaim.
It's not gonna happen.
I do. I want the Acclaim.
I don't
Finally,
mind.
somebody who been there, who put in the time. It's time for them.
But again, this is another match that's just
They're
thrown
thrown
together.
together,
Like,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, look like you guys deserve the match. And they're not even ranked number one.
Do these belts mean anything right now
No,
to you guys?
no.
The tag team division doesn't mean anything right now to me.
which is
Because the best
crazy.
tag team ain't even
For
there.
how
Which
good
is
it was.
crazy.
They're all in the ladder match.
Well, I'd be okay with the Acclaimed one. Yeah. But I don't see it happening. I'm gonna go with Swerve in Our Glory, but I'd be okay with the Acclaimed one.
I don't see it happening, but I want them to win. I do.
We're potted.
Who's calling you? Answer it.
Should have answered it live on air. Welcome to Donald on the Dumb Marks podcast. You're live. Don't say, as what Joe Budden says, don't say anything incriminating to you or me.
If I hit him with a deep hello.
I can't talk to that person on air, so
Woo! Love line. All right, let's get into Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Probably one of the matches that I would love if there was just maybe another week or two of true story build that didn't involve the factory.
Yeah.
Or
Again-
Jericho and
Again, go
Hangman.
through somebody to get.
You literally had Hobbs turn, and then Ricky Starks has dealt with the factory, and now they're having the match.
Yeah.
That just lowered the level of the
Of the
feud.
story.
Feud. Yeah.
It did.
So again, I think the match will be good.
I agree.
Ricky Starks is a goddamn star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he cut a promo. I don't know if it was on Dark or the lead up to All Out show, whatever. He cut a promo that was like, why was this not aired on Dynamite?
It's always the way it goes.
It's always.
How many times have we said that?
Yep. Always.
I got Starks.
I just want to see a straight up match, no factory.
There won't be factory involved in the match tonight.
No, okay.
Nah.
Give me Starks.
That ended last
QT needs
Friday.
I definitely want to see Starks win this, for sure. To me personally, I think both of them shouldn't even be feuding with each other. No, I think they should. Their trajectory should have been further up, not against each other.
Yeah.
I'll go with Starks as well. I can't go against him. All right. Next up, we got the AEW World Trios Championship Final. The Elite versus the Dark Order and Hangman Page.
So if you listen to our show, I
There we
said,
go.
you listen to our show.
Yeah. The pat on
You
the
listen to our show. This guy right here, this guy right here,
Give it as a
Why we don't get
the
together for the
RVD.
podcast.
this guy right here knows what the hell he's talking about, because I said, oh, hey, Preston Vance, knee injury. They're going to get him out of there. And then Hangman's going to slide in and take the spot. Well, the only little swerve to that was Evil Uno must have got hit with a vibranium crutch,
One time.
because I've never seen a wrestler be taken out from a crutch. So unless he got that from Wakanda, Andrade, that crutch is something that I have never seen before in pro wrestling. But Hangman's here. It fits the story. We got to the finals. Hangman versus the Elite. It's literally what it is. Oh, and John Silver and Alex Reynolds. But it's Hangman versus the Elite. So this is going to go one of two ways. Either Hangman and Dark Order are going to win, or Hangman's going to turn on the Dark Order and join the Elite, and we're getting a heel Hangman run.
I like that.
I don't see it going any other way. Like, I don't see the Elite just winning flat out. Like, it's going to be they'll win, but because of Hangman's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And they welcome him back into the fold.
I could see maybe Hangman getting ready to set up a lariat or something and not hitting it because he doesn't want to hit his friend. And then that's whenever one of the other two Dark Order members, Silver Reynolds, takes the pin. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Hangman turn heel, but
I mean, let's be honest. 3 of the EVPs that started this company are in this match, so they're not going to be the first ever, whenever the Young Bucks were not the first ever tag team champions.
I mean, what did we say for months? They brought the Trios Championship in for whenever Kenny returned.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, at least add some sizzle to the steak. Like, if you're just giving me a bland ass steak, I'm like, it's steak. But add some sizzle to it. Like, have Hangman turn and join up, and there you go. Like, don't just have them beat. Because then if you have them beat Hangman, and it's like, all right, well, we're right back to where we started at. And what's with all the storytelling that went on with BTE? Oh, was that just fake a text message, delete it? I love you. Want to be my tag partner? No. Okay, go away, come back. No. Like, what are we doing?
Does the Elite need to be heel, though, either?
With Don Callis, you're a heel.
Yeah.
You can't have Callis and be faces. Kenny's a face right now because he just came back after, almost a year away, 10 months away, right?
I mean, that whole thing with the Young Bucks and Hangman, I kind of felt like they were trying to go turn back. But,
Turn face.
yeah.
The Elite's winning.
I'm going to go with Dark Order just to say I told you so.
Bucks and 7.
Bucks and 7. Right.
I'm going to go with the Elite.
All right. What do we got?
We got 2 more left. No, 1 more left. We got the World Championship.
Just one?
Yeah, This is it. We got main event.
Share some of the beer. Yeah. We've done a couple drink of the week segments for the show. One was just a glass basically full of liquor, but yeah, those will be posted during the week. So right now we're well lubricated. We're like JR coming out at the 9 o'clock hour with a few Moscow mules in us.
No joke. I got a headache already.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, main event: Moxley versus CM Punk.
Oh man,
What time we looking at?
Yeah.
We got some time.
Yeah,
time.
we got some time.
We got 12 minutes.
We got 12 minutes. Bro. We got some time for this.
deep dive.
So
Should we just go?
well, no, I'm gonna set the table because I'm not gonna barricade the whole 12 minutes here. So if you look at this in totality, and Tony Khan in his press conference said a lot of people are excited about the story they did, and it was well done and everything else, and it drew huge ratings and it added intrigue and wasn't sure what was going to be done. Look, the bottom line is this: you set up your World Championship match 2 weeks before your pay-per-view. You gave away arguably your biggest match, if you're looking at a matchup standpoint, on live TV, ended it in 3 minutes with a supposed injury to the ankle/foot that was already broken. The following week, you have Moxley come out with an open contract, cuts a decent promo to open the show. I have nothing against Moxley's promo to open the show. Puts the open contract in the ring, walks out, and what happens? Old stagehand in the back, Punk's coach is the one that just casually walks down to the ring to grab the contract. Where are all the other
This
wrestlers?
is my first issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
A story that you have to tell that's not established. You have to tell a story to have it make sense.
Oh, this is Ace. You hear on commentary. That's Ace. That's his coach. We
I
saw
didn't
him
know who
last
he
week
was.
carry. We saw him last week carry him out. Like,
I had no idea who he was.
where are all the wrestlers?
Yeah.
Nobody.
A free
wants
title shot?
Hell, where's Justin Roberts? Like, get in there and sign it yourself, Dapper Yapper. What are we doing? So then he takes it.
Contract on a pole match. That's what we're missing.
I'd rather have that. So then he takes it in the back. We get Punk to come out for the 9 o'clock hour. And he cuts a Shawn Michaels "I lost my smile" promo. I'm 100% now. Wait, you're what? But it's
But I'm not 100%.
it's a new
It's
100%.
100%. Yeah.
I said this time or not.
Are you 100% or not?
I get it, but no.
I get it, but no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
So then he starts with the mopey, "I'm an underdog." You're CM Punk. You're not an underdog in anything. What are you talking about?
In Chicago.
In
talking.
Chi-
In Chicago.
In Chicago talking this.
So then old Ace of Spades comes back out. We didn't talk about this in the back. What are you doing? You're like Jordan, 96 Jordan. What are you talking about? We're back. I'm back. You're back. Fuck it. Everybody's back. He's nice F-bomb
Yeah,
slipping
the
there.
F-bomb.
Yeah. But
It's still real to Steve.
and Punk's like, you know
You
what,
yeah,
Ace?
yeah. I flipped that switch.
You're right.
I flipped the switch.
I was born with the cord wrapped around my neck, and he talked about shit that had no. I'm like, where is he going with this? Babies are being held up in the stands like he's Simba to Rafiki. Like, what are we doing? And then you circle back and have Moxley come back out again to cut the same promo he cut off to open the show and say, you know what, All Out, you got it. Well, we just
got
We
it.
know that.
We know that.
He signed the contract.
You don't have to tell us that.
Yeah.
The fact that your champion needs your championship contender needs a pep talk to get motivated. No.
And that contender is CM Punk
Yes. In Chicago.
in Chicago.
No.
What they told with this story the last 2 weeks, I have no faith in anything. None.
So
These are ultimate brothers here.
This is Donald's match of the night, by the way.
so this is
It only gets better if Jericho gets in it.
Jericho.
Whoa.
this is
Woo.
so this is like Warrior Hogan WrestleMania 6, right?
Yes, this is.
Right? Neither one can lose.
Yeah.
Which one's going to finally bend and break?
Gonna get the good old what is it? Power test.
Strength.
Match.
Look, Moxley was not the right person to be facing Punk at All Out to begin with.
No.
The interim title thing, I get it. It threw a monkey wrench in your plans. This is where we're at. This is where we got to.
Could have still been done better, though.
It could have been done 1,000 times better. And quite frankly, the way they told it, I don't give two Chicago deep dish pizzas about this match.
Nah. They blew it.
I don't.
So drop the F-bomb, but you won't.
That's like good old John Tapper Bar Rescue. They blew it.
Yeah.
They did. Mm-hmm.
And then no matter who wins, it's not even going to make sense based on what they told. If Punk wins, he is 100% healthy, and the 3-minute smudge that you put on Dynamite was that was all for nothing because he didn't re-break it. He didn't even sprain it. He just, I don't know. He heard a click and fell down and grabbed it. Like, I don't know. What do you like? If Moxley beats Punk again, then that really doesn't make sense because he beat him in a 3-minute squash, like a realistic fight for him to come back and then beat him again. So Punk's confidence should be completely shot, and he should just put his boots in the middle of the ring like The Undertaker and see you bye.
Before we give predictions, I'll preface this with this is the fourth All Out. The first All Out was when we crowned the first champion. The other two, since then, the title has not changed hands at All Out. So
it's changing tonight. It's fucking Punk in Chicago. Tony Khan is
bowing down to him.
This is why you booked this match. This is why you booked this storyline for me. Punk in Chicago.
Punk in Chicago.
I mean, I said a double or nothing that I didn't think he was going to win then because why? If it would have been Punk in Chicago, he would have won.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Punk in Chicago. I don't care. I really don't care about the AEW title right now because the two people that are
AEW is fun. Yeah, I mean, look, to each his own. AEW is fun. WWE is misery.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you enjoy.
Hey, the last month hasn't been misery, and the pay-per-view yesterday was solid top to bottom. So
for 2 years, I've said AEW is fun and WWE's been bad.
Now it's starting.
I flipped that recently, just for me. I mean, there's peaks and valleys in wrestling. You're gonna enjoy what you enjoy. So
all right, 5 minutes out. Let's wrap up. Give me your prediction, Punk, Mox, and then what you think is going to be match of the night.
Punk is winning. This match of the night is going to be. I'll get back to that. Go ahead.
I'm going to go Punk in the ladder match.
Punk in the ladder match.
Trios B.
Which trio? The Trios title? Or
Trios title
okay.
1B.
Yeah, Punk in Chicago, and I think I'm going to go the Trios match too.
I'll say the ladder match.
Punk in Chicago. You know what? Let's throw the women out there. Give me the fatal 4-way for the women.
Starks and Hobbs.
Actually 1B.
Yeah.
Starks is money. I just don't know how that match is going to come off.
So yep, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Again, like, subscribe, follow us on social medias. Hit us up on Twitter. We'll be live tweeting throughout the show as always. And enjoy the next 17 hours of AEW's All Out. We'll, chit-chat again next week. But no, in all seriousness, have a good time. Be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. And until next time, I'm a Mark. You're a Mark. We're Marks. Y'all can catch us around the way.